when I was a Virgin Atlantic employee. Hello, hola, hola, hola. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe, please like it. My name is Carlos, the Wishing Monster. I am a social worker and I love to travel and I love the hospitality industry, especially airlines. So my videos are about my travels, my experiences working for airlines, and as part of my job, I work right now for Make-A-Wish, Arizona. I think this topic about my life when I was a Virgin Atlantic employee, I'm gonna make a few videos about it. This one, I'm gonna tell you how I became an airline employee for Virgin Atlantic and what my duties were and what my job was at the airport. I was working as a social worker for a nonprofit organization in Boston. I had a full-time job, 9 to 5 kind of thing. And I was Virgin Atlantic had just arrived in Boston. Was sort of newish, and it was very creative. And it was one of the first airlines, if not the first airline, that introduced the almost flatbeds. They weren't flat. Nobody had flatbeds at the time. And I really wanted to fly upper class. I wanted to fly Virgin Atlantic Airways. But like I said, I was working for a nonprofit organization, so I wasn't making a lot of money. So I figured that the best way for me to fly in Virgin Atlantic, especially upper class, would be to become an employee. And at the time, we didn't have all this technology that we have now to look for jobs, to apply for jobs online. And so I didn't know how to do it. They weren't looking for anybody. I couldn't see any advertisements and newspapers. It was almost impossible. It was impossible to get in touch with the Boston station for Virgin Atlantic. Somehow I found the address. I think I just on the envelope I wrote Virgin Atlantic, Boston Logan, and I found I don't remember how I mailed a letter, but I typed a cover letter, my resume, and I sent it. Like I said, I wasn't responding to any ads. I just wanted to work for them. I think I've done a lot in my life, things like that. You know, when I want something, I just put it out in the universe and I try to make it happen. And that's what I did. I forgot about it. I sent the letter, forgot about it. And then I went on a trip to Las Vegas. I remember that I was in Vegas and it was 1996 because I was in Vegas to watch the Miss Universe pageant, which Miss Venezuela won at the time, and I'm from Venezuela. So it was really fun. It was Alicia Machado who won the Miss Universe that year. And I got a call and I was in the hotel room. It was a station manager who wanted me to come in for an interview. And I was super excited. It was like the best thing that was happening. I was much younger. And like I said, I really wanted to be a part of the Virgin Atlantic family. I wanted to fly upper class. And so it was great. I went for an interview the following week with the station manager, and he offered me the job on the spot. I remember it was a great interview. And I remember one of the questions he asked me, do you think the customer is always right? And I remember that I said, no, the customer is not always right, but I don't have to let them know that I don't think they're right. So I think he liked me a lot, and I speak 2 languages, and so it was great. The following week, I went to the airport to pick up my uniform, and I started right away. My first day was like Christmas for me. The station manager gave me a tour of the airplane, and I was in heaven. I was inside. It was an empty 747. Virgin Atlantic had 1 flight a day to and from Boston on a 747. The code for the airplane was MIA. I think was the one of the first flights that Virgin Atlantic had from London to Miami, and then the Boston station got that flight. So for my whole tenure at Virgin Atlantic in Boston, we had that flight, that plane. It was a 747 with the code MIA. So the station manager gave me a tour of the plane. It was empty. I was able to sit on the upper class seats, and it was just a great time. That job for me was like playing. It never felt like a job. We had a really tight crew at the Boston airport. We all became really close friends. We used to always trade shifts with each other so that we could have like a long weekend, so we could take trips. And so I got to travel a lot. I remember with my travel benefits, I went to London, of course, for many times. I went to London. They even sent us to London for training. I went to Hong Kong, South Africa, Greece, many places. And also being an employee for Virgin Atlantic, we also got free flights or very inexpensive flights with all the other airlines. So being that I'm from Venezuela, I got to go home for almost free. My parents got travel benefits. So it was a great job. Our duties as Virgin Atlantic employees at the Boston airport were to meet the incoming flight, which used to arrive around 4:30 because my shift started at 4. And we would meet the flight. We took care of the passengers coming off the plane, meet the crew. That was, of course, that was before 9/11. And the flight would arrive at the international terminal. We would meet the passengers, take care of all of them. And then we would go back to a domestic terminal. That's where we used to check in all the passengers. It was passenger Terminal B at Boston Logan Airport. We used to share with American Airlines. And we were right next to Gate 42. That's where our plane used to take off from. Our duties as employees at the Terminal B were to checking all the passengers, or we would also some evenings we were assigned to work at the upper class lounge. The flight had, of course, there was a special lounge available to all upper class passengers. But also on the upper deck of the 747 on this flight from Boston to London is what we used to call the snooze service, which meant that the passengers would have dinner at the upper class lounge. So then when they got on the plane, right off the bat, they would turn the lights out. There was no meal service because the flight could actually be very short. From Boston to London, depends on the time of the year because of winds and things like that. It could be like 5 hours and something. So there were a lot of business people that just wanted to get on the plane, fall asleep, because once they landed in London, they have to go to business meetings and things like that. So our jobs were like to check in passengers, work at the gate to see them off, and work at the upper class lounge. It was really fun. Like I said, we're a really tight crew. And we were laughing all the time, playing jokes. It was before 9/11, so traveling felt more relaxed, and so it was great. I was there for almost 5 years, I believe. Yeah, I think it was about almost 5 years. I worked a lot because I had my full-time job, Monday through Friday, 9. Like I used to go in earlier, like 7 or something, so that I could get out at 3, and then go to the airport 5 nights a week. So I was working a lot of hours, but it never felt like I was younger, and because it was so much fun, I didn't feel like I was working when I was at the airport. So it was fun. We had really good experiences. We used to have to deal with delays because being in Boston, we had a lot of snow sometimes, so we had to stay later at the airport. If we had a flight, let's say from London to New York, they had any issues, mechanical issues, or there was bad weather in New York, they would send the flight to Boston, so we had to take care of those people. So it was fun. I think I'm gonna make another I'm gonna make this a series, like a series of videos about my life as a Virgin Atlantic employee. Some are gonna be my trips, which I have on 8mm format, and I used to travel with the big 8mm camera, so the quality of the videos are not gonna be the best. Also, I was not the best videographer, but they're fun, and I think I'm gonna find some images of me flying on upper class, some of the cities that I went to. So I'm gonna try how I can edit those and make them fun for you guys. I also have a lot of some memorabilia of my time at Virgin Atlantic, and I think that's gonna be the next one. I think I have part of a uniform. I have some of the items used to give passengers on the plane, but you'll see, and I'll probably just give them away. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Give me some ideas. I'll figure it out later. And yes, like I said, so stay tuned. Please keep watching. And like I said, my next video is gonna be the memorabilia video. And thank you for watching. Make comments. Again, subscribe, like my videos. And thank you for joining me. Bye.